Now, over the past couple weeks, I've released a couple videos going over different devices that could potentially replace your Amazon Fire TV device. Now, this comes, of course, after new releases of the Fire TV Stick 4K Select, which is a Linux operating system, thus shutting it down basically, and just a lot of unpopular decisions by Amazon on the Android devices that blocks ability to install third-party applications. So my opinion, the Onn 4K devices are the best two budget options out to replace the Fire TV Stick, and I particularly like the Onn 4K Pro because not only does it have Google TV, it gives you that nice modern UI, but also it has USB port, has an Ethernet port, has the Find My Remote feature, has a built-in Google speaker. My opinion, this is the best Fire TV Stick replacement that's currently out there. Breaking news, it seems like Walmart is on the verge of releasing a brand new Onn 4K Streaming Pro, and this is a little bit exciting. We're going to jump into the details, of course. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash the notification bell. Let's go. Alright, so before we jump into it, just know that on devices, they are Geo Locked, which means that if you're outside of the US, more than likely it's not going to work for you. So if you're outside the US, I do recommend the Xiaomi Mi Box S as a Fire TV Stick replacement. But if you're inside the US, Onn 4K is king in my opinion, at least from a budget standpoint. So I'm going to read a little bit from 9 to 5 Google, but I will be linking the full article in the description. Also, we'll be linking a article where this news started from AFTV News. Definitely go over there, check them out. The title of this one is Walmart's best Google TV box is low on stock and the timing is right for a sequel. Walmart's Onn 4K Pro is one of the best Google TV devices available today. It's also due for a sequel and right on cue, stock for existing model is running low. So if you guys know anything about these release schedules, these companies tend to stick to a release schedule. So maybe it's every October, every May, every January, whatever. They try to do that annually, and we definitely see patterns of when patents are filed and when stocks are running low. Normally when stocks are starting to run low, that aims that they're no longer mass producing this device, which means that they're gearing up for something else to replace it. Now, this comes months after the device being discounted to just shy of $45, about $5 off its usual price tags. So let's head over to walmart.com. All right, so it is here. It looks like, at least from my availability, I'm in Central Florida. You can see it only has 5 left. So there might be some truth to that, and this is at my local Walmart, I would assume, but 5 left. So let's just search for the Onn 4K Streaming Plus. All right, so you can see the Onn 4K Plus doesn't have that warning that there's 5 left. So there might be some truth to what they're saying, that either they're running low on stock or they're out of stock completely. The low stock warning comes just as it is near time for a sequel. As AFTV News points out, it fits right into Walmart's pattern. Of course, I linked the AFTV News article as well. And again, they're the one that actually wrote this, I believe, yesterday. So shout out to them and definitely check their website out. So the way in which Walmart releases its new Google TV devices is strange to say the least. For the Onn 4K, it's a simple dongle. Walmart previously listed the prior generation as out of stock a few months before the sequel started popping up on store shelves and eventually was formally released. The Onn 4K Pro and Onn 4K Plus both also saw odd releases, with units showing up for purchase in local stores weeks before the retailer fully released either device to the public. All right, so I was one of the last areas to get that device. So of course I was sitting here, I was jealous. I was watching other YouTubers get theirs. Shout out to Superdell. I think he's one of the ones that always get those devices first. I don't know if it's how it's released, the supply chain maybe hits the Midwest or the North sooner than it was able to make it down to Florida, but I was probably a week and a half behind when everyone else was getting there. So whenever If a new device comes out, of course I'll review it, but I probably won't be the first again. So if Walmart's pattern holds true, we're probably just a few months out from an Onn 4K Pro device, or at least something similar. The retailer also tends to update the streaming devices every other year again, so we're nearing time for a refresh on the Onn 4K Pro, which made its debut in mid 2024. And the question goes on, what would you like to see for a sequel? Alright, so I have a list of things that I like to see on a new Onn 4K Pro device. I do like what Walmart Onn is doing with the 4K Pro as well as the 4K Plus. I look at the 4K Plus as the budget device, so this is going to be just a dongle, you plug and play, no ports, nothing, just cheaper device, but it is still powerful. So for the Pro, for part 2, what I like to see is one, updated processor, RAM, just make it a little bit faster, because currently the Plus is a lot faster than the Pro, so I think they're going to bring that up to speed, or at least a little bit faster than the Plus that was released after the Pro. The other thing is I do feel like the Google TV, the built-in speaker, did need some help, and whether this can be done over software or maybe it needs some new hardware in a new device to make it happen. But the speaker, or the smart speaker functionality, was somewhat limited, where some things will work on the speaker but other things had to go over to the TV. Was very nice to see it on the device, but I think if they fully integrate this to make it independent, that would be awesome. Ports, love what they did with the USB ports. I'm not gonna get greedy and ask for USB-C port, because at least we have USB port, and to keep this as a budget device, I think they have to keep USB-A ports, whether it's 3.0 or 2.0. I don't really have a problem with ports that are on this device. I would love to see a gigabit Ethernet port, but again, this is where they have to take that price into consideration. But let me know in the comment section, would you rather them add a gigabit Ethernet port if they had to raise the price, let's say to $70? If this device was $70 with gigabit Ethernet, would you complain, or would you rather see 10100 Ethernet and keep a price around $40? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Of course, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash the notification bell. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.